Good morning, everybody. I am Meenakshi Ranganath, and today we are going to discuss the law of diminishing marginal utility. There are different names by which this law is known. This law was given by a German economist named H. Gosen. Hence, this law is also known as Gosen's first law of consumption, or fundamental law of satisfaction, or even fundamental psychological law. Definition of law of diminishing marginal utility. The law states, all else equal, as we consume more and more units of a commodity, the utility derived from each successive unit goes on decreasing. Let's understand this with an example. When a person is extremely thirsty, he has his first glass of water and gets immense satisfaction out of it. He is partly quenched, so he has a second glass of water, but the amount of satisfaction he would have got from his second water would not have been exactly the same as what he got from his first glass of water. But he is not quenched completely, hence, he has another glass of water. Here, the satisfaction that only the third glass would have given would not have been the same as the first or the second, but would have been less. Hence, it is called as diminishing marginal utility. Let's take another example of burger. The first burger would give immense satisfaction because we are hungry. The second one will give little less satisfaction. And the third one will give us the least amount of satisfaction. As we saw, the definition said all else equal. So let us understand what are that all else points which are supposed to be assumed as equal for the law to hold true. The first is cardinal measurement of utility. Satisfaction can be measured in quantitative terms. It has also been given an hypothetical unit called as util. Consumption of reasonable quantity. The consumption of the commodity should be in the right quantity, like not a spoon of water, but a glass of water. Third, continuous consumption. Consumption should be done on a continuous basis. Fourth, no change in quality. The quality of the commodity consumed must be exactly the same every time. Going ahead. Rational consumer. The consumer who can measure, calculate, and compare the utilities of different commodities is the one under consideration. Sixth, independent utilities. All the commodities that a consumer consumes should be independent. The marginal utility of one commodity should not influence the marginal utility of another commodity. Fixed income and prices. The income of the consumer and the price of the product should be fixed. Perfect knowledge. The consumer knows the different commodities on which his income can be spent and the utility he is likely to get out of each consumption. Let's understand it as a table. The first column talks about the number of units of ice creams consumed. The second talks about the total utility that has been derived from each ice cream. So when the first one has given 20, the second has added some to it. Hence, the satisfaction now totally amounts to 36. The third ice cream when eaten adds on to the existing satisfaction and hence the total satisfaction increases to 46. And it goes on. Marginal utility column, the third one, talks about how much contribution to satisfaction did the single unit of ice cream give. Like the first unit, total utility and marginal utility will be the same. In second, total utility looks higher, but the marginal utility, the actual satisfaction derived out of only the second unit, is less. From 20, it's come to 16. In third ice cream, the total utility looks 46, but the individual contribution that the third ice cream would have done to give satisfaction is only 10. As we keep having the ice creams more and more, we reach a point where we are neither satisfied nor complaining about the consumption. That's what is called as point of satiety. That's where the marginal utility is 0 and the total utility is at its highest peak. If we continue with our consumption, the sixth ice cream, as we can see, starts bringing in dissatisfaction. Hence, the marginal utility has gone negative and the total utility starts coming down. Let's understand this in a graphical way. See, in the y-axis we have taken marginal utility of ice cream. In the x-axis, we have got units of ice cream. The point of satiety has been shown here with E, and the negative marginal utility has been highlighted on the graph. So this is all about diminishing marginal utility. Thank you very much.